A very good morning, my dear students. I welcome you all in the English online classes. In previous classes, I already started pronouns. In previous class, I already explained about demonstrative pronoun. So today I am going to give short revision of previous class, and after that we will continue the next pronouns. So in previous class I already explained demonstrative pronouns. So a demonstrative pronouns point out the persons or things for which they stand. This, that, these and those are demonstrative pronouns. Come to the next, indefinite pronouns. So indefinite pronoun also refers to persons or things in a general way. They do not refer them in particular. Means indefinite pronouns do not refer a particular person or particular thing. Next one is distributive pronoun. Distributive pronoun means when each, either, and neither are used as pronouns. As pronouns, they are called distributive pronouns. So today I am going to start with the class with reciprocal pronouns. So what is the meaning of reciprocal pronouns? Reciprocal pronouns refers to each other and one another. So each other and one another are called reciprocal pronouns. So we use reciprocal pronouns when each of two or more subjects is acting in the same way towards the other. So when reciprocal pronouns, when each of two or more subject is acting like a same way towards the other, that is called reciprocal pronouns. There are only two reciprocal pronouns and they are both two words, that is each other and one another. You can see the examples. John and Mary love each other. The 10 prisoners were all blaming one another. Why don't you believe each other? So these are the examples of reciprocal pronouns, and we always remember that reciprocal pronouns, when each of two or more subjects is acting in the same way towards the other, on that time we just use reciprocal pronouns. So reciprocal pronouns are words that express a mutual action or relationship. So you always remember that reciprocal pronouns are words that express a mutual action or mutual relationship. There are two types of reciprocal pronouns in the English language. That is each other and one another. You can see some more examples. The boys are fighting one another. Tina and Mary are talking to each other. So here we use reciprocal pronouns when two or more people do the same thing. Here both the boys are fighting. Here Tina and Mary are talking with each other. Means when two or more people do the same thing, we use reciprocal pronouns. So when we use reciprocal pronouns, when the subject and object are the same people, but you are referring to the two-way relationship. When two people are there, Tom and Sarah work with each other. On that time we use each other. And when three or more people are there, see the example, work in a group, help one another. On that time we use one another. When my family had dinner, we told one another about our jobs. So when three or more people are there, on that time one another we can use, and when two people are there, we just use each other. Now come to the next pronoun, that is relative pronouns. So a relative pronoun stand instead of a noun and also join sentences. So in relative pronouns we join sentences. So why do we care if the pronoun is acting as a subject or an object in relative pronoun? One reason is that it is acting as an object, we can leave the pronoun out. You can see the examples. The bicycle that I ride to school is quite old. You just see the difference between these sentences. The book that I got from the library is due tomorrow. So this is the reason that if it is acting as an object, we can leave the pronoun out. You can see the difference between these two types of sentences. Here you can see the example. My mother who has brown hair standing there. My mother who has brown hair is standing there. My mother is a main clause. It information about main clause. Who has brown hair? It is a relative clause. It is usually introduced by a relative pronoun, and standing there is a main clause. So in relative clauses we just use who, that, which, whose, whom. You just see in this image, a relative pronoun take the place of a noun or pronouns. They are called relative pronouns because they always relate back to something or someone else. They are used to join two sentences about the same person or thing. You can see the examples with these relative pronouns. We use who when replace the subject pronoun I, she, he, we and they are used. You can see the example. This is the man who broke the window. In relative pronoun, when we use who shows position or relationship. You can see the example. She knew the family whose house we bought. Whom replace the object pronouns. Instead of that, me, her, him, us and them we can use. They have found the lady whom they want to interview. Which clauses that begins with which are almost always non-restrictive. You can see the example. My precious blue lamp which was in the room was broken. That. Clauses that begin with that are almost always restrictive clauses. See the example. The lamp that was in the room was broken. So they are called relative pronouns because they always relates back to something or someone else, and they are always used to join two sentences about the same person or thing. You can see some more examples of relative pronouns. The lady who is in pink sari is my mother. The milk which is pure is useful for health. This is the boy whom all love. Take any pen that you like. The lion whose color is white is from Africa. You just see more examples about relative pronouns. The kid who was tallest made the team. Who. This particular word who relates these two sentences. The car that was leaking was ants. Here that joins two sentences. The test which was difficult. The test which was difficult was 12 pages long. Here these two sentences relates with which. So I hope you understand what is relative pronouns. Now come to the next pronoun. This is the last one. This is interrogative pronoun. So what are interrogative pronouns? What are interrogative pronouns? The pronoun which is used to ask a questions. The pronoun which is used to ask a question is called an interrogative pronoun. So, pronouns which are used to ask questions are called interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns, basically 5 types: who, whom, whose, which, what. So, interrogative pronouns are question words. Interrogative pronouns are question words used to inquire about a person or thing that we do not know about. So, an interrogative pronoun is used when asking questions. It takes the place of subject or object in the sentence. So, there are 5 main interrogative pronouns. What are they? What, who, whom, which, and whose. You can see the example. What is the time? Who writes poem? Whom do you want to talk with? Which book do you want? Whose watch is this? So you always remember that interrogative pronouns are question words used to inquire about person or thing that we do not know about. So, interrogative pronouns assist in forming questions. So, interrogative pronouns always assist in forming questions. There are 5 interrogative pronouns. Each one is used to ask a specific question or indirect question. So, interrogative pronouns assist in forming questions. There are 5 interrogative pronouns. Each one is used to ask specific or particular question or indirect question that relates with what, which, who, whom, whose. You can see the example. What is your name? Which is your favorite sport? Who is your favorite singer? Whom does Jim live with? Whose book is that? So these all types of questions relates with specific question and with or indirect question. So interrogative pronouns assist always in forming questions, and these all questions are relates with what, which, who, whom, whose. So I hope you all understand all types of pronouns, and I hope you all understand these particular lesson pronouns. So my dear students, you must learn this lesson very nicely at home. Thank you and have a great day.